Man, what has happened to FIFA? FIFA was once one of the most fun games to play. It welcomed in casual players, football lovers, and even people who knew nothing about football. If you check out the latest FIFA reviews these days, you'll see that websites give this a favourable score, but if you take a look at the actual audience, the paying customers, you end up with 2.0 out of 5 and even a 1.1 out of 10 on certain websites. It's basically a failure of a score, and it never used to be like this. So obviously something has gone wrong over the years and it's turning people off. I don't know if the word dead is the right way to describe FIFA. I think boring might be a better way, because if you say it's dead, I mean the revenues are higher than ever, so it's not really dead. But I think it's just boring to play, and that's what's turning people off very, very quickly once they pick up this game. I don't think people buy FIFA for the sake of it being a good game. I think people buy FIFA because of the licensing and maybe Ultimate Team as well. Over the last 5 to 10 years, FIFA games, in my opinion, have become pretty stale, with no real innovation to modes like Pro Clubs, Career Mode, and there's been just a huge push in the direction of Ultimate Team, FIFA points, and eSports, which I think have been detrimental to the actual game, and it's turning away a lot of people from this game. I'm starting to see it everywhere more and more, and even talking to real life people, you know, your friends and stuff, a lot of people do not speak highly of FIFA anymore, and they're not even playing it, and they're just going on to Call of Duty and other games like that. So there's obviously been a decline in popularity for FIFA games, and today's video is going to analyze a couple of the game modes, and we'll see if, you know, we can come up with a reason as to why people have stopped playing FIFA. Now remember that this is my opinion, you might have a different opinion, but to help this video go further, please share the video if you find it important. So we've got over 164,000 subscribers on this channel, but there's still a big majority of you guys watching the videos but not subscribed. So if you want to know all the latest FIFA news and FIFA 21 stuff, make sure you subscribe today, join the others. So I want to start with Career Mode. When it comes to FIFA Career Mode, the game mode used to be the flagship feature of the game. Before Ultimate Team even existed, Career Mode was the mode carrying the game, and Career Mode needed to be good, because if it wasn't good, you know, the FIFA sales wouldn't be too great. And EA did put in a lot of effort for Career Mode back then. For what it was with the hardware at the time and stuff, there were some great features in those PS2 games. FIFA 06 to maybe FIFA 11 on the PS2 had some of the greatest features in Career Mode history that we still talk about to this day that we want back in the game. But of course, these features have disappeared since then, and Career Mode these days is just a copy and paste job with a few additions or changes each year that don't really affect the user experience that much. Now you would think as the consoles got better, as the PS3 came out, as the PS4 came out, Career Mode would build on the great foundations that it had back in the PS2 days, but that was not the case. Pretty much if you go and compare FIFA 14 Career Mode's menu to FIFA 20 Career Mode's menu, it's very, very similar, just with a few tiles here and there, and that basically tells you everything you need to know. Small incremental updates every year, but underneath the hood, it's the same engine. In FIFA 20, we saw some promising new additions like the manager customization and press conferences, even dynamic potential. But even in 2020, after all the new features that came into FIFA 20's Career Mode, the Career Mode still feels 10 years behind other sports games. If you go and compare Career Mode to NBA 2K's My Player or even just their manager Career Mode, you will feel sad that FIFA's Career Mode has had very little to offer over the last couple of years. Even Madden has some nice features that EA doesn't have. Even some iOS games, you know, those football manager games on your iPhone and that, they've got some decent Career Mode features that we still don't have in FIFA Career Mode. A lot of people are crying out to EA, wanting a complete overhaul to Career Mode, something fresh, something we've never seen before, and we don't know if that's ever going to come in the near future. It doesn't help as well when a new Career Mode comes out and then on release day we have to trend fix Career Mode because there's a bug in the game mode where teams are playing their reserve players against you, which makes the whole mode unplayable for the first month of FIFA 20 cycle because you're waiting for a patch. And obviously that first month is crucial for FIFA, and it basically turned away all those casual Career Mode players because they load it up, they see that it's broken, no quality control checking. I don't know why they didn't check that, and you know, it just turned off a lot of people at the start. A lot of Career Mode fans got angry, and that was it. They're not coming back to play this game. Not to mention there's still bugs from the release day where the players get stuck on the screen and then appear on the field. There's also news tile bugs as well, and then you have clubs going invincible now, making it totally impossible to win the league when you drop a couple of points in the season. Even 103 points does not guarantee you the league anymore because Liverpool will go and get 106 points. A lot of fans are not happy with the offline difficulty as well. They say that ultimate difficulty is pretty much scripted, while legendary is too easy. So they need to put in sliders, they need to use different methods to try and get a good CPU going, a good AI. and some probably think that the gameplay is too boring, too slow, a bit clunky at times, and that could be due to the engine we're using. But what does EA need to do to this mode for the future? Because right now it's just stale, copy and paste jobs. How can they fix this issue and, make career mode great again? I think career mode needs a complete overhaul. I think you got to throw out the game code, start fresh, and build a new foundation for this mode going into the next gen cycle. I think EA as well needs to copy NBA 2K, Madden, and PES career mode features as well, and introduce features that have never been seen before while fixing up the bugs, which is important as well, and reintroducing the good old features from their past career modes. Also, if they could throw in a creator club option, that would be nice as well. But I think a copy and paste job is not enough anymore to entice the casual player to come back and play this game. They need something fresh, something that shows that they've put effort into it and they're taking career mode seriously now. Going into the next gen of consoles, there really has to be no more excuses for copy and paste jobs for career mode. There needs to be a complete overhaul. We've seen evidence that EA can put their resources into things other than Ultimate Team. They put resources into the Journey and Volta, including the Volta story, and those resources maybe could have been directed to career mode instead. But the Journey does serve as a good foundation for player career mode, and it would work very similar to NBA 2K's My Player, except My Player has that neighborhood feature, which is a very good feature to have. But still, the Journey has stuff that player career mode does not have, and the Journey is probably a better player career mode than what the game is offering right now. So they should copy that, use that as a foundation, and manage a career mode. I mean, they need to do a lot of stuff. A complete overhaul is needed there as well. So next up, I want to mention Pro Clubs a little bit as well. Now, Pro Clubs is pretty similar to career mode. A lot of people have felt neglected there as well. Now, I'll admit that Pro Clubs is not really my game mode. I'm a career mode guy. But I still see many people who love Pro Clubs more than any other mode in FIFA, and they get disappointed each year due to the incremental updates to Pro Clubs, even though the game mode needs a pretty big change as well. Now, Pro Clubs does have heaps of potential, and it has the ability to play with friends and have a laugh online. It's really a fantastic game mode if you've got the people to play it with. But Pro Clubs gets affected by gameplay issues as well, and it lacks certain features that would make it much better as well. Now, I don't really know too much about Pro Clubs outside of that, so I'm going to leave a few ideas here that you can pause and read, because that will explain it better than I could, and I'd rather leave, the opinions on Pro Clubs to people that actually play it. But if we go back and answer the original question on why people have stopped playing FIFA, it's because if you're a Pro Clubs fan and a person that just plays Pro Clubs, you're playing a copy and paste game mode each year, and eventually that is going to turn you off it. It's similar to career mode. If you're playing a copy paste game mode, it's going to turn you off eventually because there's no effort, there's no innovation, and it's just doing the same thing with a roster update each year. So career mode and Pro Clubs is basically in the same boat, where if you're a fan of those modes, you're not going to be playing FIFA for much longer, and you've probably stopped already because it's lacking innovation. And that's because all the focus every year is now going to this special game mode that we all love, FIFA Ultimate Team. Where do I start with this mode? Man, Ultimate Team is now the focus of FIFA. It's basically Ultimate Team and then the rest of the other modes. I'm going to also throw in eSports with Ultimate Team because it's in the same basket, and the main way to compete in FIFA is through Ultimate Team. So yeah, I'm going to put them in the same basket. But ever since the focus shifted to competitiveness and money and eSports, the FIFA games have declined as a whole. I think it's fair to say that the other modes like career mode and Pro Clubs took a back seat in favour of pushing Ultimate Team, eSports, and overall competitiveness online. Now, why would EA do this? Well, it's because they know that Ultimate Team is going to bring in a lot of money, and it has already. It's big business. It's pretty much a company on its own. Like, it's made $1.5 billion in this financial year, and it's grown by $1 billion since 2015. So even though the game gets worse, the Ultimate Team revenues are going up. They need to get the best players in order to compete, because gone are the days where you could use Brazilian silver cards and then have some fun smashing the God squads. In FIFA 12, FIFA 13, I had a lot of fun doing that as well. I feel like Ultimate Team has no casual modes anymore. Everything has become a competition because the main online modes you have are FUT Champions and also Division Rivals. A lot of people say that FUT Champions can be very stressful and Division Rivals can be stressful at times too, depending on what division you're in. Now you might say, what about the casual draft mode? But I think that is too expensive to play, and sometimes you get very little back, so I don't think it's worth your time most of the time unless you're really good at this game. And the draft as a casual mode is not going to save Ultimate Team as a whole for people that don't want to play competitively. Some people just want to load it up, play some divisions, have some fun with any squad that they want to put together, and they don't want to feel like they have to get their sweat on just to play Ultimate Team. Now, a lot of people recently have been complaining about content. People say they log in at 6, check the content, and then log back out because EA is not really offering anything decent. Now, I don't know by content if they mean like SBCs and stuff. For me, most of the SBCs are very expensive. I don't do them. And then, of course, with these kinds of objectives, you need to play Division Rivals for a lot of it. And I don't really play Division Rivals, but still, maybe some of these players, you grind out for them, but then they're not even that good in the game anyway, so it could be a waste of time there. Now, gameplay is another aspect of this whole thing. You've got your online gameplay, your offline gameplay, but I think both are questionable. There's delays online, there's scripting offline and online, poor AI as well, online and offline. You can't score from a corner most of the time, you can't score a header most of the time. You guys know what I mean, we've experienced it the whole cycle already. And the servers definitely need improving as well, so EA needs to work on the online side and the offline side of things, because right now they've got bad gameplay and bad modes, which is a recipe for disaster, and that's part of the problem with FIFA these days as well. So why have people stopped playing FIFA? Well, it comes down to 3 or 4 different answers. If you're a crew mode player, you're not going to deal with the copy and paste mode after 6 years. No innovation at all to that mode. Do it enough times, people are going to get sick of it, so they're not coming back to play this game until there's major changes. I mean, the only ones left on crew mode are the hardcore players that will play it no matter what, but even those hardcore players surely want a complete overhaul to this game mode as well. Pro Clubs fans are in a similar boat. They don't want to deal with the same experience over and over again, so they're not going to come back until you do something fresh. I think similarly to career mode, you got the hardcore Pro Clubs players and even people that might have tried it recently, being in quarantine, putting a few friends together, they might have tried it there, but ultimately, Pro Clubs needs that overhaul as well. And Ultimate Team fans have had enough of the bad servers, bad gameplay online, highly competitive modes, and those surprise mechanics which are totally harmless. And then if you think EA can't get the gameplay right, then you're not going to touch the game at all, because the gameplay is one of the most important things. And a lot of people play this game without actually playing the gameplay side of things. They just play in the menus. So if you don't like the gameplay or you think there's scripting in that, then you're not coming back either until there's big changes there. So in my opinion, FIFA needs a new creative approach and an overhaul for the next gen version of FIFA 21 at least. I don't know if they've done it, but I hope they did, because it needs a revival. I feel like EA is turning FIFA into a copy-paste job. It's making the game very boring and it's not fun to play anymore for a lot of people. With that being said, I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think of the FIFA franchise as a whole, and make sure you check out this other FIFA video. Hit the card in the middle. I'll see you next time.